Guys, welcome to my live stream. Today we are preparing fish for dinner. We have different types of fish. We have taffy, we have chewa. This one I don't know the name. I've been told by the fishmonger, but I've forgotten. And we have lobster as well. Welcome. We have enjoyment together. So I will start by removing the scales from the fish. We are now removing the scale. In Kiswahili we call it kupara samaki. Me, I've just started to learn how to do things like this when I came to the coast. I'm removing the scales. You have to make sure that you have removed the scales completely. It has to be nicely removed. This one has something looks like an ink. It has a birthmark. Also, when you are removing the scale, you have to be careful with these fins so that they don't pierce you. You have to be careful the way you hold them. The fins, sometimes other fish have got very sharp fins, needle-like fins. So you remove the fins. Some people remove them first, some people remove them last, but the best thing is to be careful. Make sure you are careful. You are careful when you are removing the fin, when you are handling the fish. You see the way the scales is coming off easily. And then you remove the fin. Once you are done removing the scales of the fish and the fins, this type of fish, it is called taffy. It has no scales, but these ones I have already removed the scales. So you remove the gills. You cut this part like this. And then you insert your knife inside and you remove it. So when this one is out, you can eat the fish with the head. No need of chopping the head away. And it is so smelly, you have to handle it careful. You have to handle it so careful. And you make sure everything is out. The gills is the breathing system of the fish. And you know the fish lives in the ocean and there's sand in the ocean. So sometimes you can find particles of sand. Sometimes you can find some particles of sand inside the gills. So you make sure you remove it so nice and clean. After you are done with the removal of gills and you make sure it is nice and clean, now you remove the intestine. And to remove the intestine, you bisect the fish into two. You bisect the fish into two from this point here. That one was a fin I was removing. So if you cut it into two from this point here like that, you have to be strong or you need a sharp knife. You can see the intestines here. Now it is easy to remove them. and it is also not dirty. Doesn't make the whole place dirty because the intestines, they smell so bad. You see, they're getting out easily. You make sure it is nice and clean. You put it in clean water. The other part also, you remove the remaining intestines. Remove the intestine. That one is a small one. No worries. Remove the intestines. Make sure it is nice and clean. And see how clean it is. Very clean. Put it in clean water. You remove the other one as well, the other part. And when you are handling fish, you have to make sure that you are extremely careful. Otherwise, the whole house will be smelling bad. In Kiswahili, we call it kunuka shombo. In Kiswahili, we say kunuka shombo. So you have to be so careful. Make sure there is no splashing. Make sure it is nice and clean. You put it in clean water. You can see all the fish are in clean water. But now for this one, we are going to prepare it alone. These ones we will deep fry them. These ones we will deep fry them. But this one I'm going to boil it. This one I'm going to boil it. So today we are celebrating. There's lots of fish. For the marination part, we have to add some ingredients. We marinate it before we deep fry. These ones, there are some which I will deep fry, the others I will boil them. Some I will deep fry, some I will boil. I'm slicing them to make them smaller pieces. Waiting for the marination to take place in that minute, we start with frying the fish. We start with frying the fish. You just place it careful and you leave it. You don't turn it. You leave it to cook on one side first. Normally, there are people who know which side should be cooked first. There are people who know whether to put the bone side first or the fillet side first. But for me, I just put it the way my instinct is telling me. So this one can be fried, and here I am boiling others. Here I am boiling others. Some are boiling here, some are deep frying here. Yes, now let's wait for the thing to work, for the magic to happen. Yeah. Here it's like a festive. We have fried fish, we have boiled lobster, and we also have boiled fish as well, boiled with mango. But I'm not going to eat all this in one time, one at a time. So enjoy with me. You serve it with hot ugali, rice, anything you wish. Welcome.